These aren't big size.
I mean...
They're not.
You could find out.
I could find out by looking at it.
Try. It's bite size, but you might not be able to do anything with it.
I like to rage. Let me quickly dislocate your jaw.
Let me just suck in a minute.
Okay. Okay. Welcome back. It's been almost a month.
Thank you.
Thank you for your patience.
You're welcome.
Anytime. Yeah. Hopefully that will be the last delay.
It won't be.
It won't be, but you know what?
Something will happen.
Yeah, beef will happen.
Between who?
Myself and the baby.
Yourself and Fabio.
I remember the little guy on the mast.
Oh yeah.
Bird.
We'll see.
I didn't write any notes about him.
My pen. Oh, there was a pun in it.
Mm-hmm.
It was some sort of like mix
It was a
between
paralegal.
Yeah, alright.
It was. That's what it was. Yep. He was a parrot and an eagle.
eagle-sized parrot, a parrot eagle. Parrot eagle.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Is it yummy? You're going cookies.
Okay. Previously, on whatever we're naming this,
Yeah.
whoosh. You all met in a tavern on Ashde Lumin. My goodness, hon.
What?
Bite size.
I look at the camera and all I can do is,
Right, should I bring back when I'm doing that?
These man is taking delicate little baby bites.
Please, no cameras.
He then agreed to take work on a ship known as the First Light. You met the captain, a wind tabaxi named Seafaring. No. A tabaxi named Seafaring Wind, and her first mate, Kash, who is a wind genasi. You are making your way to Fekuth to drop off a shipment and go around to the other side of the island, pick up a shipment, and head to Renortar.
I feel like this is really important that we're going to go around the island because it's come up like 5 times.
Well, you can't go like through the island. You can't sail above it. It's mountain range.
For some reason.
Yeah.
I forgot it's that
Under
way.
it?
Can't go over it.
What?
Go through it.
Under it?
I think it's more
Get
important.
this cannon
The
in the
final
front.
destination is
You want to
Renortar.
go
She doesn't
under an
mention coming
island
back.
that's full of a bunch of bird people?
Yeah. Umbrellas.
Yeah. Along the way, you did encounter a juvenile wyvern, but you were swiftly able to handle that.
Beastie, beastie.
Beastie. And that's what we're going to pick up today.
You just gave him a bottle and said, "Fish sweet."
Yeah.
Honk.
Again, I will ask, please, for the love of everything, bear with me.
A bear where?
I would have been
With her.
I thought I was-
Well, that was exciting.
Mordecai had lumbered off to, because it was the captain's quarters, because she, just to go wash up as she suggested.
So this wyvern fell off the boat, right?
No. Yes, yes. Sorry, yeah.
Taking a
Javelin.
javelin with it and I lost the crossbow bolts.
Sadness.
I'm a babble back on.
Not that dumb.
I guess I'll just wait on deck and make sure there's no more wyverns coming. I'm just getting look back from the.
Make a perception check on the horizon.
17.
You don't see any wyverns, however, in the very far distance, you can see the start of the mountain peaks.
Okay, you said horizon. Is there a legitimate horizon up here?
It's more so the curvature of it's either, depending on how clear the day is, the actual curvature of the earth, or
You
like
can't
the
see the
cloud
surface.
bank. No, you can't see the surface of the world.
Is there a lookout up in the crow's nest?
Yes.
Alright, cool. I'll do nothing then.
Okay. The captain's gonna come over and bring the accent. Well, thank you all for your impeccable abilities to help protect the ship.
All in a day's work.
Yes. And by impeccable abilities, I mean completely.
I couldn't help myself.
We don't usually run into wyverns this time of year. This one must have been a runt. A bit late, and normally at this point they're all flying to the mating grounds.
Where's that?
It is over by Soltath.
Makes sense.
So we will be doing some assessments on this.
Still eating. Look how much in my freezer.
We will be doing some assessments on this ship and repairing anything that needs to be repaired very quickly before we dock. We should be docking within the next 6 hours or so, so you need to do to prepare for that. We will be requiring some assistance from everyone when we do dock to remove the cargo. It is bags of grain, seeds.
Fair enough. Captain,
Yes.
I don't think we ever discussed wages.
You will be paid upon a portion of the salary upon each completed portion of the journey. So when we get to Fekuth the first time and we unload and load the second shipment on, you will get a portion of your wages, same as when we get to the other side
And the
of the
wages are. What do we agree?
100 gold pieces
Ooh.
for completion of the entire voyage.
So we get paid 50 and then 50? Or 100 and 100?
No, it will be 50 when we get to Fekuth and finish that delivery. Then, depending on whether we, once we get to the other side of Fekuth, decide to carry on to Renotar, then that will determine whether you get the other 50 or we split that into 25 and 25.
Okay.
Can I have a whoopee pipe, please?
You drop it.
It's not the bar of soap, it's
No, that'll be a whoopsie pie.
a whoopsie pipe. Although I'm sorry for the amount of burping. It is an unfortunate side effect of la bouffe. That is my cat.
It is very cute.
I agree.
It is loaf.
It is low. Can I have a tissue, please, to put this on? Because I do not have anything to put this on. There should be over on that.
Plate. We have dishes.
We have dishes? They're clean? Yeah, we need to do D&D every week because We actually cleaned the house. Thank you very much, my darling dear. And she's gonna go to the front of the ship and start assessing.
Where's Cora?
He's there.
His favorite side.
Thank you.
This one's good.
Gene, I just imagine when you talk, there's like a.
Talks like fish
Sure.
from
Yes.
Bowl around your head.
No, it's not.
He has an inhaler, remember?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He's got one of those like amusement park fans with the spritzy bottles. Just
It's an
Is it
H2O
anything
tank.
special? Like, is it pretty basic?
It was
Like, pretty basic.
origami.
Thank you.
They're lucky.
Hold on.
I gotta remember he's like maybe not that big, but
Percy, you would notice that the paralegal has been just like eyeing you from the crow's nest the entire time.
Would I?
Make a perception check.
Yeah.
Just kind of like a little, you don't know if this is a I want to eat you or a what the heck is that bird? Gosh, it's just don't upset T.
What's his point of being here?
T is the lookout.
So when I looked up and saw that there was a lookout, it was the paralegal.
Well, the paralegal is our unofficial lookout. T does not have any contract with the ship, so at any given point, T could take off. But for the past 3 years, T has been on the ship. We do tend to keep people up in the crow's nests at various times.
Was there one up there when I looked?
Yes.
Understood.
What do you feed them?
Well, we're going to be coming up to Thekut, so we can get some little kenkus, usually his favorite food. We can find some arakokra eggs, but typically young kenkus.
Dumb question.
Yes.
Do I know what a kenku is? I don't think I would. Unless people start calling me a kenku. Would somebody have called me a kenku at this point?
I think so, as like a derogatory kind of thing. Like, if you had tried to like play with other kids or something, you would have been like, "Don't hang out with the kenku," you know? Like, it's a known. It's kind of like if you go to a zoo and you see an okapi. It's like you know what it is, but like you don't see it a lot. But you're still able to be like, okay, I know what that is.
I probably would have told you if you asked me to.
Like people who introduce themselves to their pets.
Gotcha. Got a couple of stuff on his head.
it is okay. It will Mordecai. He takes his hammer and goes.
I crush you.
He like kind of like shakes it at the paralegal. Not pure like menacing, but just like a oh, I'm keeping an eye on you. Don't you come near this little thing.
Grabs camera. I will finish you first.
Like,
Don't worry, you will not live long enough for this
I'll
to
make
get
it short
you.
and quick.
like it's like I'm not coming for you, but if you come at me,
What was it that you said?
Ladies
at the
don't
start?
stop fights, but
but
they
they
can
can
finish
finish
them.
them. Mordecai's not a lady.
That's true.
My response is, thanks. In chorus voice.
Wonderlings. Can't say thanks with like bubble voice. Yeah.
That's why I'm not doing it.
There. There's a dent in my soda bottle.
You're welcome.
Couldn't open a jar of pickles, but can dent.
Yep.
Ever hear that glass isn't fully solid? It's kind of liquid.
Super
Maybe when it's hot.
No, like if you look at really, really, really old glass, it's all like side down the bottom.
Nope. Never heard that.
It's just a really old bottle.
Gonna roll a deception check. 11.
Nuts or no nuts?
14.
Dang it. Cool.
Did you see me reaching?
Or more specifically, no nuts or go nuts. So this one is marked go nuts.
Go nuts.
I'll take one too.
See? Go nuts. And then donuts, but they're not donuts this time. Huh?
Ow!
What? Go nuts? You don't know what go nuts is? Jesse.
I'm like, you're like, this one has walnuts and this one has go nuts. And I'm
I
like,
didn't say walnuts. I said no nuts.
I know you said no nuts and go nuts, and I'm like, what's a go nut? And you're like, yeah, it says go nuts, and I'm like,
Like, I know I'm a little crazy,
Yeah,
but
that's
I'm not
good.
that
That's
crazy.
listen, pregnancy brain's a real thing, okay? Is there anything that you guys want to do before you reach?
Not
Don't think
necessarily.
so.
I mean, Mordecai would, like, sort of strike up a conversation with anyone that was around in an awkward manner, but it's not
Generally the only
I don't
person
have any
around is
important
the-
conversation, so it would just be like
Music. I have music.
probably attempting to speak with one of the Eirdehvail.
Just blows one back at you.
Doesn't, I don't know if they would really talk to him very much.
Not really. They're more so, the Eirdehvail on the ship are more so like, they're not slaves.
They're NPCs that have minimal dialogue.
They're passengers that are like traveling home, that like booked a passage on the ship to get home.
No.
Because Eirdehvail tend to originate from Thakut.
He kind of thought that they were crew members, so.
Well, they have like jobs, but
If you talk to them, they'll tell you they took an arrow to the knee.
Used to be an adventurer like you.
alright. So then as the day progresses, the
I
captain.
have something.
Yes, go
I
for
want to
it.
make sure that was done.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to Seafaring Wind.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anyone who knows how to shoot those cannons that you have?
They are a bit of a new addition, so we have not had to have too many instances where we have needed to use them. We do have some rudimentary training on them. We can, in a pinch, make them work, but nobody is proficient with them yet.
Okay. Where would they be? Because I would want to talk to them.
That would be, there is two halfling brothers that work down below decks in the armory. They are the ones who tend to master any weapons on the ships.
Alright, thank you. And I'll go try to find them.
Yeah, they're below deck near where the kitchen is. There is the armory, which is the large room that has, any weapons that anyone does not keep on their person, which is usually just the like cannonballs and plasma balls. But there you'd see that there are two halflings that look almost like twins. They have dark hair, these like, what are they called? The mutton chops. And they're kind of just like, they're talking to each other, but in talking to each other, they are like finishing each other's sentences, so it's like one person talking. Listening to them talk, you can tell because they're speaking to each other. Their names are Johann and Friedrich.
Johann and Friedrich.
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 It's Frederick with an extra I. It's spelled like fried rich.
Doesn't matter how it's spelled, but I think we'll go up to them.
Okay.
What race were they?
No. Or halfling, sorry.
Yeah. What's the other?
Excuse me. I was told you guys run the cannons for the most part.
Yes, my brother Friedrich, he runs, we take care of the cannons and we take care of the cannonballs and the plasma. We're working on tinkering on them a little bit to try and figure out how to make them go a little extra boom, but you gotta be a little bit careful with that because as you can see, sometimes you lose a few fingers in the mix.
Of course. I would like to be walked through it. Like I would like to know what I'm doing. 'Cause
Oh!
I ran down here in the mess and tried firing one. And I completely missed.
Oh, that's, well, if you don't have our knowledge, you can't be able expected to handle them with care. Anyway, come on over here, brother! And the other one comes over and they take you over to this, like, the one plasma cannon up against the wall. Alright, so you see what you're going to do. Yeah, what you're going to do is you're going to take these plasma balls. Yeah, these plasma balls, they're the ones with the purple glowiness inside. Don't mind the glowiness inside, that's just the plasma. And you're going to lift this hatch here. Not the hatch underneath, the hatch on top. Then you're going to lift that hatch right there. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the plasma ball. Remember, not the cannonballs, plasma balls. And you're going to put that right inside the hatch and then you're going to close the hatch. And once you close the hatch, make sure you twist it 180 degrees. Locks it in place. Yep, that's very important. You gotta lock it in place because if you don't lock it in place, well then goes the inside. Oh, that's not fun. Face has the fingers. Right. Then you gotta take this, grab the sides of it, maneuver it. You see this scope here?
Yes.
Right. Well, if you're a wuss, you can use the scope. Listen, some people like to use the scope. You shouldn't have to use the scope. You should just be able to aim it. Listen, some people can't just do that, okay? Not everyone was blessed with your amazing 20/20 eyesight. Yeah, well, not everyone was blessed with your extra...
Anyways.
So you're going to take this, and if you have to use the scope, you're going to look through the scope, and it's going to have that little cross hatch in there. And what you're going to do is when you get it lined up, which you could do without the scope, shut up, Johannes! When you get it lined up, there's two buttons on top. You're going to push one, because you got two charges from each plasma ball.
So only push one.
Only push one. And then if you're going to push the other one, then you fire both shots. That's to do. You might want to make sure you get it lined up before you fire the second one, because you can fire the first one and there's about a 2-second delay between each fire. So if you push both of them at the same time, you're not going to get an extra big shot. Yeah, we figured that one out the hard way. Yeah, we did figure that one out the hard way. So you're not going to get an extra big shot. You're going to get one shot after a next with a 2-second delay. And in that amount of time, thing can fly away. So fire the one, aim, fire the second.
Got it.
Should be able to do it in one round. But
one round?
Yeah, so basically the mechanics of it is you're gonna roll, you can do 2 shots in one.
Like a multi-attack?
Yeah, it's just you have to roll for each.
Okay. Alright.
Yep. And once you do that, then you open the hatch on the bottom and
the plasma ball will have shrunk down because you've taken all the plasma out of it, and it'll have shrunk down to the size of an apple. But don't eat it. No, don't eat it. Open the bottom, making sure the catching basket is under there. If you don't make sure the catching basket is under there, you're just gonna have a bunch of plasma balls rolling around. Then you gotta go around and pick them up afterwards, and who knows what that's gonna do. Yeah, so make sure your catching basket is under there. You're gonna open the hatch on the bottom and pop out the thing. Take the next one, put it in, twist. Make sure you twist.
Alright.
And that's
180 degrees.
Did you twist
180
it?
degrees.
I didn't know how to run it.
What happened?
I missed anyway.
Yeah. And that's how you fire.
Alright. Any tips? Just
Yeah,
pretty straightforward.
don't use the scope. You don't need to use the scope. Use the scope if you need to. I would say it's not necessarily slow, but you kind of want to give it a good little shaka before you start, just to loosen it up. Because if it's been a while, you don't know what's been in the air, it might clag. So just a little shaka, and then you're good.
Normally all ships that have cannons, similar thing.
If they're plasma cannons, aye. If they're regular cannons, which we've got a few of them in the back, which we use in case of an emergency, if the plasma cannons go out, the plasma cannons are not going to go out. I don't think they're going to go out either, but the captain wanted to keep them just in case. Those are just your simple, load the shot, light the fuse, pew, shoot the thing.
What happens if you mix match, put the plasma in the normal cannons and the cannonballs in this cannon?
And you just see them look at each other and a light go on.
That's a good idea. I've got some extra things.
How about we wait to experiment with that until we get docked,
Go ahead,
at least closer.
go ahead.
Keep me updated though.
Yeah. Might be able to get the big boom.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll leave
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah. Ready to put those cannons?
Thank you.
No problem.
Pyromaniacs.
Pirate maniac.
Did you shoot one?
Man. Alright, that's all I want to do.
Awesome. Sorry. Alright, so again, as you get closer to.
A curse.
Oh my gosh, that took a lot out of me. As you get closer
Clear.
to the couth, you notice it is a really interesting sight. So, if any of you have ever seen like the movie Avatar, the Hallelujah Mountains that are in there, it's similar idea to that, but not quite. So it is a floating mountain range, but they're very close together. So imagine if you just took the Rockies and just lifted them up. So there's not necessarily a ground to this. There is the giant, base boulders at the bottoms of the mountains. Some of them go all the way down into the fog layer, but the giant base boulders just kind of sit, and some of them will like roll around underneath the mountain based off of the air pressure and stuff. There are different like waterfalls coming off of it. There's snow caps to some of them. But as you get closer, you see some things flying around. There are some dragons flying around the higher peaks, as well as towards the middle peaks. There are some of the what are they called? Not tabaxi, the bird people. Aarakocras flying around. You can see some of their cities, which just look like giant clusters of nests. You guys are pulling up. Let me find my Thekuth page. You guys are pulling up to this one
It is an actual little town with buildings that are, imagine almost like the Viking ship kind of houses, to where like the tops are like the tops of ships. You would know that this is Eirdehvail structure. And as you get closer, you can see that there are some docks built out from the edge. It's very difficult to get inside the mountains. Most of the trade is done along the outside. There is the inside portion of the mountains, but you have to be able to like fly real well in like the small narrow cracks.
The wind currents.
Yes. So as you get closer, Captain Faring will come over and go, all right, we're going to be docking very soon. So here's what you need to know. We're coming into a Eirdehvail port. There will be a regiment of Arakokras that work for the local army that are going to be taking the shipment to their fort in the inside of the mountain ranges. Once we have everything unloaded, you all are free to take a bit of time before we load again. We're going to be loading by tomorrow morning, just to give the time to repair the ship, go over once over. The name of this town is called Ernos. It is one of the larger shipping ports from Takuth. If you see any dragons, for the love of everything, don't panic.
Of course.
What was the town name?
We're not
Ernos.
new to everything, Captain.
Are they common?
Dragons.
Quite.
Yes, dragons are common in Takuth. More so your metallic dragons. The fire-breathing ones tend to stay not nearby. They tend to stay on other islands, as well as the ice-breathing ones. But you could run into a few metallics around here. There haven't really been any attacks, but I know people new to the lands tend to get a little skittish. But we're going to be working with the what's the word? Dockmaster. He's a friend of Akash's. Again, another Eirdehvail. His name is.
What do you mean? You say Eirdehvail.
Because you are an Eirdehvail.
The way you say it.
Sorry. Eirdehvail, named Pietro. Pietro.
Pietro?
Yes.
Pietro.
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 He will be the one giving you directions to the flying carts that we will be needing to fill. Again, your accommodations for the night are your own. If you have any family in the area, feel free to visit. We will be reloading at a few hours after sunrise tomorrow.
Alright. I'll go walk over to the edge of the ship near where the gangplank will be laid out.
Yep. Alright.
There.
As you get closer and pull up into the dock, it's a very similar experience to when you left Eirdehvail. You pull in and, stop, are tied on. The dock is brought down, or your gangplank is brought down. Oh, sorry, I have hiccups. And Akash opens the door, like, what sort of thing? The gangplank door on the side of the ship.
Below decks.
Yeah. That leads to the hull.
Do we know what we're delivering?
She said that it was
Supplies.
mostly like food supplies, so seeds, grains, bird food. Yeah, and
Bird seed.
yeah, and you just learned that it is going to the regimental fort for the army that is located here. So the first people to get off are the Eirdehvails, and they just kind of, file out and leave.
Oh. Later.
Well, there goes our wind power.
Yeah, right on anyway.
We should start walking off.
Akash grabs you. Hold on a moment. Picks you up, puts you back on the thing. Here. And you a tiny little sack of grain. Alright. You see that? No! They're not for you to eat. I'm just kidding here. You can have a little handful. Alright. You see that Aarakocra over there? And looking up in the distance, you can see a bald eagle Aarakocra with the standard Eirdehvail armor on. It's not the full gear, it's just kind of the standard day wear, which would be, leathers mostly. Eirdehvail.
Which is the army.
The island that we came from.
The Eirdehvail is the capital city. All of the armies, all the islands give regiments of their people to the Eirdehvail army, and then Eirdehvail funnels them out to wherever they are needed.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. So, losing my breath. That man is Vordis. He is who you will be dropping the grains and seeds off to. He will have about 10 carts that we will need to fill. They're not that large because they need to be carried through the mountains. So we're going to be filling those with the bags of grain. Stop trying to eat the grain. Once that is done, you... What? Vordis. Once that is done, come back, we will give you your wages, and you are then free to go until tomorrow morning.
Okay. I'll grab a sack. Heave it over my shoulder. And walk to him.
Oh no!
Yours just has a slight little tear in it, just leaving a trail of grain.
More interestingly, mine has a trail.
Oh, yeah.
And he's eating it as it goes.
I'll grab 2 bags.
No,
One over each shoulder.
I'm like the little kid. I go up and pick up it,
Clover
put it in the
will grab
bag.
2 bags.
Then I go and leave down.
Okay.
It's
So 4 bags total? Lightweight, but okay.
How about 4 bags each shoulder?
How heavy are each bag?
Make a strength check.
How heavy are each bag?
I'd say probably about 20 pounds.
Ah, yeah, I'll take one of each.
20?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 bags each shoulder.
Okay. Make a strength check real quick.
Trying to carry 160 pounds
Yeah.
of grain.
Listen,
I don't have my weight.
I don't doubt that you can.
Does it tell you your carry capacity in the app anywhere? Probably not.
15.
Yeah, you're fine. You kind of get a little
How do you get them all up there? How do you get them all up on your
Toes.
shoulders? You carry them all 8 at the same time? Just.
Yeah, just like.
Big stack.
Huh?
Weird Kai sees that and goes, tries the same thing. I'm gonna assume I have to roll. Even with my +3 strength, I get a 7. Even though I have 17 as my normal strength.
Are you sure you're.
Mine is 16.
I want new dice, man.
I'll get you weighted dice for Christmas.
You can't even lift them.
Always 20.
If you had like a D20 that was like 18 20s and a 2 and a 3. You'd still roll the 2 and a 3.
She got some good rolls in last time.
Some.
He kind of like looks up and sees if you left already to not see that. Didn't do that.
She probably did see him, but like wouldn't turn around and look at him.
As you're carrying them, you see Akash talking to this other Air Genasi who looks somewhat similar to him. You kind of guessing that there is a bit of a familial tie there.
Is he still on the ship? Or we come up with it?
He came off with you guys, yeah.
They all look the same to me.
This would be Pietro, the dock master. Above it.
Pietro.
You're going to vote this.
And then he walks past
Oh,
Pietro,
okay.
right?
What? Yes. What?
Pietro.
Who? Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! You all right, little crow? On your way. Gives you a little gust behind you. Alright. So getting over to the Aarakocra, he looks up.
Shipment from Captain Seafaring.
Ah, yes, yes. Very good. Thank you. This is me actually forgetting. Sorry. This isn't him. The wagons are there, and there, and there, all in the line. We have about 10 of them. Just
Put it
fill
in
them up
first.
as much as you can. Thank you.
They stay here, or we take them back to the ship?
No, we will be taking the wagons, carrying them further in.
Can we take the wagons to the ship instead of carrying the stuff down to here to fill the wagons?
No, we are not permitted to bring loading onto the docks. Loading is in loading station. Dock is for shipping. We don't want to clutter it.
We're not getting paid enough for this.
I'll throw my 2 bags in pretty easily and then hop in the back and start arranging them nicely, neatly.
The
I'm
wagons.
waiting for other people to give them me
The
their
wagons
bags.
look like almost large baskets with harnesses at the 4 corners for them to like attach either around their shoulders or their waist and fly them into the inner mountains.
We'll walk up to the wagon. Go around.
Is there anything left in this thing?
Is there anything left
It's
in the
just
bag?
There's
It's just like a little bag like this.
yeah.
The actual this size.
It'd have to be like that size.
The Aarakocra is going to the Aarakocra is gonna pick you up by the scruff.
Hey, He's with us.
Didn't know
put him down.
Didn't know Captain Faring was sailing with Kenkus now.
From Kinkus.
Bird goblins.
Listen, no, don't listen to him. Everybody here's uptight.
Fluff up his fur around his collar.
Or
He's got a fur collar on his colorful jacket.
it's like they can have feathers, but alright.
Just keep him out of trouble.
Yeah, let's keep working.
Bird goblin.
I'm gonna usher you back toward the ship.
Can I
You walk
can I
while you're hooking back,
tell
yeah.
if he has any personal bad experiences with them, or just through the grapevine that they're bad?
Make a perception check.
Inside.
Insight check, thank you.
You guys you're walking back and you walk past Clover with what? How many bags? 8. And just a little bit behind her is Mordecai.
That one.
6
Yeah.
bags. Like,
You don't like Kenkus.
Walking shamefully.
it's like,
Have a cookie.
Huh. Well,
Have a go nuts cookie.
a go nuts cookie? You
It's
like go nuts?
Oh no, sorry, a no nuts cookie.
She thought it was walnuts
Donuts,
and donuts.
donuts, and donuts.
Yeah,
It's
walnuts and go nuts.
Yeah, the go nuts have the nuts. The no nuts don't have.
But it says walnuts and no nuts.
No,
No, it's no nuts and donuts.
No nuts and go nuts.
no, just as go nuts.
Yeah, I'll stay at the wagons. I'll take everyone's bag for them. So I don't have to walk.
That's right.
And so
Oh,
if
that's right. You're not strong.
if Voidus talks to anybody, I wanna eavesdrop on conversations.
Yeah, get this guy.
He does go over to a group of
I just made up my backstory. I need a pen to write down.
other
Well, you guys are making up backstories to go?
Sometimes.
A little bit.
Don't wait for me.
okay, sorry. He does go over to a group of other army officers, staying still relatively close to the things. But make a perception check. See if you can hear what he says or what they're talking about.
Yeah, it is 9.
You're not able to pick up the full conversation just because of the hustle and bustle, but you do hear him mentioning a couple of the words of, yeah, I brought a Kenku, and Kempel's really young. You see the point in that. And then talking about bringing the grain further into the mountains, who's going to be carrying the loam. You hear him mention a bit about some pirate activity that they've been monitoring. That's pretty much all you catch.
It was just somewhere.
You're not able to pick up
I'm not-
where they say.
But they did say a place. I
Yeah,
just couldn't make
yeah.
it out.
There, I guess you'd say you could assume that it is near
In their
Thakuth
domain.
because they are the ones.
Okay.
My gosh, my nose just needs to blow. That's not what I said. I said blow your nose, not burp again. Don't laugh at me.
Why not both?
Listen, I cry at the drop of a hat right now.
Ooh, a hat. Never thought about a hat.
I think you could marvelous with a hat. Even my grandfather had a hat.
Gentlemen,
Knit
please.
a hat. Take up knitting.
Paper mache hat.
Start.
Like, no, like one of those, you know,
Newspaper hats?
yeah.
Some little newspaper hat. We could.
It's just different color people keep together.
Uh-huh. I like to think you don't even have like tape, you just have that like sticky bird spit that they use to build nests. Someone just comes over like, what are you working on?
Just grab a spider.
Oh.
Little bag of spiders that you have.
Got some like, what are they called? Lightning bugs, just like crack them like a glow stick. Oh my god, I'm so tired, huh?
Just start writing and fire
Yes.
goo.
Just clothes and.
You never did that? You ever took fireflies and just started writing on the cement with them?
Some of us were a little more normal than you.
Good cookies. What cookie? A good cookie. Mm-hmm. You can really taste the go nuts.
The no nut.
I can't believe I didn't know what it meant.
That's okay. I said a wind back. Okay, so we're
Continuing.
Yeah. Loading.
Uh-huh.
Give me another little bag.
This one's got crackers in it, so you can't dribble them out.
Pietro.
What? Who? On you go, little bird. Bye-bye. Who is that? Is anybody...
like behind him, you see Mordecai like looking at him like,
I was gonna say, is anybody walking with him?
With
With Per? As
Yeah.
he... Okay.
I think this time he's right behind him.
Okay.
Mordecai's right behind him.
Okay. Make a perception check as you get to the cart.
Let's
8.
Do I roll?
I mean, I'd say because I'm at the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
13.
18.
You don't see, you just hear him squeak. You guys see as one of the other officers, another Aarakocra, this time just a small hawk woman, is kind of like working with you to kind of arrange the things, sees Percy and kind of just gives him a little like kick.
You just back to when we're like right behind him, he just kind of like almost like an intimidating like.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
He just
help. I'm right there. I'll be like, man, I think you made enemies out of people that you shouldn't have. I think you should look behind you. You're just like that.
She turned around and you see her just kind of like pop up a little bit, Karen style.
Like I remember is 6'8".
Barbie.
She's a tiny, yeah.
I'll let turn toward her and the wind in my hair gets a little more violent.
You're like the video of the one girl on top of the braiding her hair. Mortis is gonna come over.
Would that be like an intimidation?
Yeah.
Can I help?
I would like to
Please,
see
I'd be
if
helping.
anything
Oh,
okay.
valuable.
Took advantage.
Okay.
Please help.
Go for it.
I'm helping.
Okay.
with the intimidation because better.
Full
Still better.
Not 9 perception.
7
Miranda.
with advantage.
You have an intimidating presence. However, her,
Resolve?
Karen resolve of, well, I'm better than you, takes over a little bit, despite the fact that she is like small hawk woman. And she's just gonna kind of look and like puff up her chest a little bit and just kind of like point to her badge that has like the symbol of the army on it. Like, I
Makes
think
them even more like.
Is she on the cart?
no, she's like standing beside it, helping him like arrange stuff.
Clover's gonna walk next to her and just kind of like intentionally drop one of the sacks like really close to her,
Okay.
and then put the rest in the cart.
Okay. But you have a problem here?
Can I see what rank she is? Like, is she high up? Okay.
Mm-hmm. She's a captain. But at that point,
Only
Mortis
if you make a problem here.
Mortis is gonna come over. Just, Annalie, on your way. She kind of just glares at you.
Jump at her.
Are you attacking her or just kind of jumping at
Just
her?
like,
Oh.
like jumping at her like
Okay.
chest. And just like
Okay, a little.
little rile her up
Yeah.
and push her away type
Okay.
of thing.
Okay.
Sleight of hand, I'm going to change her badge for a star.
Okay. Try.
Please.
Please work.
Oh no!
Somebody distract us so I get advantage.
She's.
I was
you're
thinking
gonna
about yanking you
I was gonna
back.
say, you
so.
go to grab like at her, and she like just full on grabs you. Just.
Put him
My
picks
hand
up your,
is on my
grabs your
hilt
star,
of my sword.
drops you, chucks it over her shoulder, walks away.
How big is she?
She's like, for a person, probably like 5 foot.
Does she have anything on her wrist?
No. Like 5'3" maybe. Like she's a small hawk. Aarakocra.
5'3" is not a small hawk.
Okay, sorry. She's a very average, normal-sized hawk person.
5'3" is taller than me.
Anyway. Vortis is gonna come over and looking at all of you guys, not you. Just, I apologize for my captain Annalise' behavior. She's been at her rank for some time and sometimes forgets proper protocol when it comes to business.
I don't mean to be rude, but
Then don't.
we're not the ones you should be apologizing to.
As she was kind of like leaving,
Mm-hmm.
Mordecai would have been something like "Studer Dakarak," at her, which was orcish.
Stupid bird butt.
Essentially, yeah.
He's just gonna. I have things to attend to. Thank you for unloading. I will see you all when you are finished. Turns and walks
Who
away.
is this?
Vortis.
I'm gonna load one of the bags upside down and untie, so if no one picks it up, I'll empty out.
Okay. Okay. At this, Akasha is going to come over. Everything going okay over here?
Just your normal racism from the Kuthians.
He thinks about it for a second. Just perks up a little bit.
You alright, little bird? Very good. If you would like, perhaps you could wait on the ship until we are done unloading, if you would like.
Oh, that goes to Mordecai. Very much.
You tried. That's what matters.
Yeah, you stood there.
I rolled a 19 on his dice afterwards. I was like, I should have used yours. Anyway.
I think you should continue. You're part of the team.
Part of the ship.
I will say, you do notice there are other Kenkus. Not like a lot, but there are other Kenkus working the docks. You notice they are working the very, like, low jobs, you know, pulling this world's equivalent of, like, barnacles off the sides of the ships, or toting things that other races would be better to carry. But there are... Gosh. Can you give me one night? Just one night. There are other Kenkus in the general area. I'd say maybe about like 20 in the entire docks.
Is we done unloading the ship? Some more to do?
Per's gonna wave to each one as they go by. If you guys buy any.
Okay. As you do, one of them just... Go for it.
The Kenku?
Yeah. They don't look very friendly. There aren't, you'd see, any young ones. They're all adult, if not on the like middle-aged side. Sees. As you finish loading, come on. As you finish loading the carts,
Take this, Jim.
You
Captain,
need to feel the weight of their.
Captain Faring would come over to you guys. So that is the last of the shipments. We're going to be doing some general repairs on this ship, as well as the once over and loading any stock that we might need. As I said, I'd say that in total the unloading took maybe about 2 hours. So it's about midday, a little after midday at this point. So probably like 3-ish. She holds up a bag with coins in it. Here is the first 50 of your things, and hand all of you 50 gold. When she gets to you, she's gonna go. She's gonna turn to you, Ridley. Does his 50 go to you or to him? I only ask because he's a child.
Yeah, I'll just kind of like guide the hand too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll hang on to it for
Oh,
him.
very good. I'll give you Miss 50.
And let's see if you're okay with this. You just
I basically guided his hand to do it.
okay.
Would I assume that we would have gotten like all our hit points, like had a long rest since
Yeah.
that fight?
A long rest?
You got long
Yeah,
rest?
short rest.
Yeah,
Not
sorry,
gonna-
short
not
rest.
gonna-
Short
this
rest.
is-
So like, was
this
it
is
the
still the-
same
still the
day
same
or
day.
like?
It was the same day,
It's
yeah.
the same day.
I gave you fair warning. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to 9:30.
I mean, you could just set us in a tavern and just have us
Yeah.
have at it.
Honestly, I might. This is 2 hours past my bedtime.
No, it's not.
What?
It is not.
Depending on the day.
Got it 6:30 on Saturday.
So
Alright.
now that you guys are done, what do you want to
We'll
do?
see you tomorrow morning for
Thank you very
sail.
much. 3 hours after sunrise.
Where is good drink?
Further in, past the docks, there is some small hills following the roads. About a mile or so off the docks, there is the local small town. It is a conglomerate of the Eirdehvails, Aarakocras. You may find some Kenkus that run a few, maybe a bit seedier, but there are some. Little town. They have taverns. That is probably where I will be heading later on this evening for a few drinks. There's a few inns, a few taverns.
Is there a road heading that way? You can
Yes.
see, that we can see?
Yes. It's the main road, so it's about a mile away from the docks.
Is there like other races besides the Aarakocra and
Kenku?
a couple Kankus, or is it?
There's the Eirdehvails, and there are some Dragonborns. Not a lot right here on the docks. There are other races that live on the islands, but they're not
That's mean
As-
in this town.
in this town. Yeah, there would be a couple of Dragonborns, mostly the bronze. Yeah, bronze type. There are a few just people and elves in every town you're gonna find, but the majority, since Takuth is not a very easy place to settle, majority are the people that live there are the people that are able to inhabit it.
Well, I'm hungry after all that work. Let's go find somewhere to eat.
There are charter wagons that you can take if you do not feel like walking, or you can walk the mile to the town.
It is only mile.
Let's walk it. We haven't done enough of that yet today. Let's walk 7 miles on road in the blasted ship.
We'll be stuck on a boat again soon enough.
Fair enough.
The landscape is pretty lovely as you get going. It is like not really rolling hills, but like small jagged outcroppings. You're not like on the side of a mountain. I mean, you are technically, but you're more so like in between big mountain, couple smaller mountains that they have like built up over the time to create like a road. You do get passed by one or two of the hayride wagons that people can charter to take them to the town. But overall, it is a pretty nice. You do see some dragons flying overhead, a good ways up. Can't really tell much about them because, you know, they're all the way up and you don't see them that long.
Anyone who cares to notice would see that Ventus is not really like admiring the scenery or anything. Kind of just keeps his head down as he's walking along the road.
Cora is very the opposite. Very taking it all in.
You would pass a small, like waterfall trickle along the one side of the rocks.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Which through there's a couple of lizards and flowers blooming and stuff. Oh my gosh. But for the most part, that's most of the scenery. You do see a couple other people walking to and fro.
I pause at the little trickle and get a drink, splash myself, massage into my arms, back my neck. No, I have hands.
Are they webbed?
They are.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are now.
Yeah.
That's the way it needs to be.
Exactly.
I just washed my hands.
That's
That's why they're wet.
No other reason.
And I'll fill up a flask.
The water is cool and clear and really nice actually. It is not salt water, but it is still really refreshing.
What about the people we go by? See anything interesting?
Most of them are dock workers that are walking down for a shipment coming in. There are some people that walk a little bit faster than you that pass you along the road. Again, just some families coming off ships, walking to the local town. Nobody really of interest. There's you don't see any Kenkus. There would be some families of humans, which would be the most outstanding for this time, or for this area, but nothing super noticeable about the people. A few armies officers, but they're low level. Also, I like how you said that you were going to try and switch her badge. It's engraved into her armor.
Ooh, how was I supposed to know that?
Yeah, I was gonna see if you had rolled high enough, I would have allowed you to like stick it to her. But she doesn't have like a Velcro badge.
It'd be like a pin, you know?
So you're like looking more out and around at the people, like around us rather than within the group, or you looking at everybody?
I'm looking at everybody. It was like, I'm getting bored on this walk.
And you were keeping your head up too, right? Looking around everybody. Just if you guys were keeping your head up and looking around, you can roll a perception check on Mordecai if you want to.
Of course. I mean, if there's something strange about him.
I mean, he's kind of dumb, so that's why I asked.
24.
Well, not
You,
it was higher than that.
I don't notice. Like,
yeah, you don't notice.
24.
You would
Natural
notice.
20.
You'll notice. And would you get
9.
a 9? You probably don't notice. Mordecai's doing his absolute best not to look at Ridley.
Not to look what?
At Ridley, at Jesse's character.
I would be like kind of towards the back.
At any given point this whole time since we've gotten on the ship.
Oh, okay.
Just like,
I'll roll perception too to see if I.
Now that you know.
No, like since you said, I'm not looking around now, but I would have been paying attention
I-
when I
yeah,
got on the ship.
Right.
that's true.
It's 12, I believe.
Maybe because we were
Probably.
walking around together, we had our shift together. So maybe it was just enough of a like.
Maybe,
nah.
but possibly. But not anything to really get concrete.
It doesn't look like he's afraid of him. Doesn't look like
Just
he's.
doesn't want to look at him.
It's just
Really awkward.
it's just one of those awkward
X's.
like.
Giving off divorced parent vibes.
Yep.
He's fine with his little buddy though, so.
I think it's a little weird. But I'll keep that in the back pocket.
How small is Percy?
It's like 3'9" or something.
I feel like Percy would notice more because
If I'm allowed to, because I'm a young Kenku, I would ask for like small status rather than medium size. Cool. Because I'm small. So yeah, I'm a small
Like the size of a fairy that can't die.
creature. I bet in here is 4'4" because
Mm-hmm.
3'9" is
As you get closer to, or as you get into the town, there is it is a fairly big town for Thakuth standards, but in terms of just size of town, it is relatively small. There is like the main town square with the statue thing in the middle of the town.
What's the statue of?
a cloud.
Oh,
A zebra.
bird.
Is it just a statue
And
with
no
a clock,
copy.
or is it a fountain?
This fountain.
Is this still Ernos? Or is it a different town?
Ernos is the
The
port. Yeah, this would be I have a name for this. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. I'm gonna call it Cloudkeep. Cloudsdale.
Cloudsdale?
Yes, the name where the Pegasuses live in My Little Pony.
Do we see a Pegasus?
Make a perception check.
We see a little bunny.
Yep.
11.
Is it pink?
You see a pony, and as you see the pony, a Aarakocra kind of like flares their wings out behind you, behind the pony. So could be a Pegasus in disguise. Pegasus.
And he's looking, the bird's looking up, so it looks like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
with the beak.
Unicorn Pegasus.
Very short.
She just looks to the side. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Why? He's like spreading his wings out, right?
Yeah.
Stare at the wings.
Not good stare.
Okay.
There is a tavern in town, so it's the local businesses are along the town square. It's kind of just like street, town circle, street going further out, and then the houses are more built up and into the cliffs along the side. Oh my gosh. Deep breath. I don't tell you how fast you get out of breath. There is a couple of taverns. The closest one is a big building against kind of similar structure that you would recognize is Eirdehvail, with the big ship On top, it's got this symbol on the front is crisscrossing black feathers.
Cool. Is there a signpost? Like a sign for the name?
It's called the Roost.
The Roost.
Please go in that one. I don't feel like having to make up another one.
You guys cool with this tavern?
No.
Rock slide! Mordecai.
Oh man, the road's blocked. Guess we gotta go in this one.
A group of Pegasuses fly down.
Pegasi.
Biggest.
They all go in a tavern.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, they're going in. Must be a good place. Let's go in.
place?
Okay.
So-
she was an open table
Yeah.
or a booth, presumably.
Walking in,
preferably.
you see.
6-seater booth.
Walking in, you see it's starting to become like a very lively. There is the beginning of the dinner rush that's happening.
Good day.
They have some rabbit stew. Sorry, fish stew now.
Caviar.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
From chowder. No. It's roast chicken. But walking in, it's very prettily decorated. You notice that you can't really see it too well from the outside, but the windows are all like that stained glass like triangle vibe. And so there is this like nice bluish light coming in. Above the bar, there is a giant bird head that. Make a perception check on it.
Natural 20 for a 24. Good.
19.
I'm just gonna start using your dice and your.
13.
15.
Alright, hang on. You don't know what the heck that thing is.
14.
You know what that is!
Woo!
This is the head of a rook, which is a giant, like, raven or crow. Like, huge, like, almost dragon size. But the head is mounted on the wall above the bar.
Oh, so like a real head.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they are starting to serve the dinner rush. There is an open table if you'd like to take that. It is a corner booth.
Sweet. Corner booth's the best.
Sound good to me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You sit down. Wait for the.
It's busy, right?
It's just starting to pick up, yeah.
Okay. We passed a few people.
Yeah.
Any people of interest? Is anything interesting on them? That maybe like a little kid would be interested in?
Make a perception check.
Or for someone in need of money.
Is there a bar? Clover will go stand at the bar.
For the most part, everybody just kind of looks like travelers. There is some army people in one booth that look like they are already like prepping to get drunk for the night.
I want to keep an eye on them,
Okay.
and I want to take note of it when they're drunk.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Stick up the whole army,
You
guys.
go to the bar.
keep the uniforms. Get right in.
And are you cold?
Yes.
I got a
Do
whole
you want my
thing.
sweatshirt?
Sneak into the
I am
army.
thinking about
Sweating.
taking it off with my short sleeve shirt underneath.
You go over to the bar and there is a dragonborn lady behind the bar. Copper dragonborn. Really pretty, actually, for as far as dragonborns go. Massive, you know. I'm just picturing my one character.
Ooga
Yeah. What's the name of the one mouse? Hunka Munka.
Massive.
Bazooka Doomadoos.
She
She turns around, you have to duck. don't get smacked. By the bazoozas.
Me? No.
What can I get for you?
If you're talking to me.
Yes, sorry.
When you
You're
distract-
nobody else here.
Yes. Can't stop thinking about it now.
I have a visual representation if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm good. It's already in my mind.
Got it. What can I get for you?
I'll just take the largest tankard of ale.
Okay. Alright.
And make that 2.
2. Okay, no problem. Feet! And you see running out from the kitchen a little Kenku woman. She's an adult, carrying a tray of on her head, like bouncing like that, a couple of the tankards empty. She just pops it up. And the lady fills 2 of them with this dark ale. Good head on it. Good ale. Turn around. There you go. Is there anything else I can get you? Would you like some dinner?
Maybe a 3rd ale.
3rd ale? Alright, hold on. There you go.
I'll be good for about 15 minutes.
Okay, well, you come back and I'll keep filling them. Alright.
Are there waitresses walking around?
Yeah, tiny Kenkus.
Tiny kink. Waitresses?
Mm-hmm.
Are they slaves?
No. The Kenkus are not slaves, they're just not well liked.
They're slaves.
Poorly paid.
They're kind of like
Minimum wage workers.
you know, imagine like goblins, you
I mean,
know.
if Jean's character could have like a million kids, the Kenku can be slaves.
They can be.
If we decide they're slaves.
If we just, yeah.
We can decide they're
We can
slaves.
just-
You can decide that he.
We should take a couple with us.
That
I was thinking
the
more along the
best
lines of start like a
response.
Kenku
That
revolution or
was the
something,
best
maybe.
response. He's like, if we can decide,
If
we
they're
can decide that they're
slaves.
slaves. And he's like, yeah, we'll take them as slaves.
You're not deciding they're slaves here. Deciding they're slave material, and we can make that happen.
We can make them slaves.
I think you've been playing for too long. Didn't know we were playing a full evil campaign.
No.
Evil?
Just
They're
kidding.
Kenku.
He's
It's different.
He doesn't understand.
not an NPC. It doesn't matter.
He's not an NPC.
How do you know of that in the PC?
Because you are literally a PC. You're a P for that C.
Don't worry, I rolled a nat 20 as perception.
Anyway.
So those of you that are sitting at the table, this little, 5 foot, I'd say, Kenku comes over with a little notepad and tray tucked under her arm.
Great. Wine.
Wine?
Good wine.
Good wine. Good wine. Food?
Food.
What kind?
Hearty, full. I don't even know if you would know hearty, but like good, filling,
Bread cheese soup.
good ale,
Yes.
Ale. Good ale?
good ale.
Good
Lots.
ale. Lots. You notice she says lots in your voice.
Bread cheese soup.
Bread cheese soup.
Bread, cheese, and soup.
Bread cheese, your voice, and soup.
Do you have any clams? Oysters?
Shellfish.
Fish?
Fish.
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 I'll take it.
Fish bread cheese soup.
Yes.
Good fish?
Naturally.
You're not there. Tucks in her arm, toddles away.
What did you order?
Comes back in like
We'll see.
15 minutes. Comes back.
I don't really know.
She comes back in like
Fish. It was probably a fish.
she comes back in like 15 minutes with a bowl of like a really nice thick chicken, like corn chowder almost. It's a bowl of soup, just like a vegetable soup, fried fish, cheese, and bread. Mm-hmm. The rest, she brings you an ale. She brings you a heaping bowl of like seed crackers, and you notice there's a little candle on top.
Would I know the birthday traditions of the Kenku race?
I never think you're gonna get asked this. Do I know the birthday traditions of the Kenkus?
Are you proficient in Kenku history
I'm not proficient in Kenku
Make a history check.
Oh.
and religion?
religion.
Oh, can I?
You don't believe in birthdays?
Yeah.
What's a 12?
It's called Hatch Day.
Nat 20.
Fair enough.
Okay.
He would know.
Yeah. You would know that for birthdays, they tend to celebrate by making a small replica of the nest and putting that on like the head as a hat, almost like a wreath, and like decorating it and stuff.
Okay.
And they do have, you know, a lot of good treats and like dancings and stuff. This is probably just cute kid, want to make them happy.
Okay.
But you have like 3 helpings of any kind of seed cake and some like dried fruit and stuff, just like real nice.
And he goes, more ale. He just down the first one.
Clover would be keeping track of how much ale Rick drinks.
Okay. She'll come back with, you see her like holding and just like very heavily trying to like, she brings your ale and then pitcher.
Good.
You like the food?
And he just
It's good. I'm waiting on my wine though.
didn't try it yet.
Crap! Scuttles back over.
Shit.
Comes over with a bottle of wine. Good wine. And a cup.
A glass? Yeah, thank you.
As she turns away, you just hear her go, God dang, never get black, drag, jab, black.
Just inhales the food. And as much of that ale as he can drink without anybody stopping him.
Make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Might as well just roll a D4.
I'm telling you.
Maybe it's the tray.
Maybe. No, because
We don't
it's
wanna
not the
try it.
same tray. I'm just gonna do this. It's working right now. 21!
You're still holding on. You're still doing good. How many ales have you had at this point?
No, maybe like 7.
On an empty stomach?
Yep.
Make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
An unnatural 20.
Okay, you're fine. The Kenku would have come over to you at one point and has been like, food?
I don't need that.
She's fueled by beer and rage.
Well, alrighty then. And turn back to the
Hopefully
kitchen.
down at least tiny.
She's hearing.
Yeah, yes.
He's not not exactly the cleanest eater. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. So just inhales his food.
I respect that.
At one point, the waitress would have come back to, see if you guys need anything. Comes up. Y'all good? You need anything? Holy crap!
More.
And it's funny because you don't see her lips move. She just does that, open her mouth sound come out.
You're
Yeah.
recording.
Yeah.
Got a record, yeah.
The same.
Yeah.
I think I'm good.
She,
I-
He's a big guy. Like he just. where's-
she looks at you and
He feels
guy.
he feels
pulls
half
out
the
from
bit.
under her, cloak,
He's a big guy.
coat thing. Hands you an ear of corn. Full on the ear.
Where the
Thanks.
why?
Y'all good, sugar. Joe was like, every now and again you hear from the kitchen a very thick southern accent.
Do you have any beverage with any foam? Specifically sea foam?
Seafoam?
Sea foam?
Seafoam?
Sea foam.
Seafoam?
Foam?
I like lean into frame.
Beer.
I'll take it.
Beer.
Give me your
Is
foamiest
She,
beer.
you see her walk over to the thing. One beer. Seafoam. Okay. The Dragonborn just pours a beer. Salt.
gonna dry you out so quick.
Brings back over. Beer. Seafoam.
So do these people even know what salt water is?
I was
No.
gonna ask about this. Like, you say sea. Is that like a common thing for the sea to be mentioned or anything?
There'd be like no
Or
oceans that they
for-
know of.
I assume it's still referenced as sea, ocean.
Yeah.
Right.
It kind of depends on who you're talking to. If you go to Isofesting and mention lava, they might not know what it is, but some people might. If they're locals who've never left and stuff, it might be like maybe I've heard of it, or I don't know.
So which is the water one? The Zickanen?
Mm-mm.
Kind
See.
of kind.
Sigadig.
Did
Just
she
a water
bring
one.
more
Water one?
ale?
Yeah.
You take some of the ale, is what you said?
Yeah.
Constitution.
This is a sleight of hand.
Oh,
check to
okay.
See if anybody notices. 14 sleight of hand. If anybody wants to make sure that I don't drink too much ale.
Or noticed because.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just skeptical about the drink I got, so I'm busy.
I got a 9. What did you get?
14.
Oh.
Oh, I won't be paying attention.
I'm not gonna W. I'm a cool.
It just
uncle.
makes you
Oh,
drink
yeah, look
more.
at
Yeah, cool uncle.
The two that have been drinking every time, and you're just like,
No,
Oh
just
boy.
tries to chug it.
I like to think you just
Boy.
sit up a little straighter and your thing just. Constitution.
Seeing that some people can't hold it down around him, he's gonna cast that guidance on himself. 14.
Saving throw guidance does not work on
Oh,
saving
it's just ability checks. 12.
You're okay. You drink it and immediately you're like,
Should not have drank that right after crackers.
yep. Oh, well, actually, the crackers soak it up. That's probably why you're okay. But it is. It's bad. It's real bad. You don't like it. It's real not
I
good.
would be like,
Yeah. Kind of puff up a little.
First beer,
second one is better.
I would give that one time to settle before you try again, but it was a Noble effort.
Things we have learned this campaign. Jean is okay with slavery. You want to get children drunk. Look, he's an asshole. He's a half-heart. He might not know any better.
Gene is okay with slavery. Not my character, okay?
That makes it better.
That's better, right?
No. Different character. A different character would be okay, but not. No, I'm sorry.
Just do one last push. It's a little bit down the front of him too. He's small mouth, big blast. You know?
I want to try
Like
my
a
drink.
beak funnel or
Okay.
something, right?
Is it
Yeah, I mean,
good?
something like that.
No, but
Have I had beer before?
that's up to you, man.
I
Have
think I
you?
have.
You don't think you have?
No.
Okay, yeah, it's not good. It's like fire water. It's what you imagine the geysers that your mother told you not to play around taste like.
No.
That's not his right voice, but.
Sure, go for it.
That was salty.
Oh yeah.
So when Ridley first gets his food, he like picks at it
I didn't put anything.
like he's testing it first.
You don't wash it
That's
down.
not normal.
Okay.
So once he decides it's okay, then he just eats it.
Okay. It's a real
Can I
good
tell
soup.
if it's
like
like-
a real good soup?
Like cautious as like you think could be poisoned, or like unsure if you like it. Could I? Maybe an insight check.
He wouldn't.
16.
Oh, it would come across more of like he's worried about it being poisoned. Then once he determines it's okay, then he eats it fine.
Where's Mordecai sitting compared to where Ridley's sitting?
Not next to him and not across from him.
Say
Oh,
catty
the other
corner.
side of me.
On top of him.
Ridley's on one
Oh,
side. And you're on the other side.
Probably, maybe. Well, there's no barrier though, because you're so small. I don't know.
Well,
Farthest away, no eye contact, just. At least on his part.
Yeah.
And the he saved his constitution, so he's not acting super drunk. You guys know.
At this point, it's more so towards the evening, and the couple people come in and start playing some music, and the army officers start taking up a gambling table. They are drunk at this point.
Well, I'm out of wine, so I'll be back. I get up and walk.
Did you drink the whole bottle?
Yeah, eventually, like throughout the meal.
Want to talk?
It wasn't a big bottle, just a nice bottle. I'll go toward the bar and then kind of like loop around to that table.
Okay.
Where you going?
I'm there.
I'm like in the very back, so I'm like, excuse me. Can I
You
get
have to
out?
climb over.
Don't forget your air tank.
So I have to scoop guy somebody to get out.
Is there an open chair at that table?
Mm-hmm.
Is this seat taken? Actually, before I sit down, do I recognize any of these people? Cool. I'll sit down. Is this seat taken?
Well, you're already sitting, so
Great. Deal me in.
all right.
As long as they're playing cards. If they're playing dice, I want to say, count me in.
It's dice.
Count me in.
All right.
I think I have dice.
You think you have
I
dice?
think I chose dice in my thing.
Well, that'd be really bad for you if you didn't have dice.
I think I chose dice as a gaming set.
I'm gonna start walking closer. Are there coins on the table?
What did I
Like,
not
are
get a
people already
gaming
putting
set? I
money
changed
in?
my background.
Yeah.
How much?
It
So
looks
what,
like
per
a
person.
per person. You can't really
I have
tell. It
proficiency
does.
in
They have like a pot in the middle.
Okay.
It's
You'll add it in
mostly
your-
silver
your
at the
list of
moment, but
things.
Like a
there are a
buy-in.
couple of golds in there. It looks,
I'm proficient in dice,
nice.
so
It looks like
I
roughly
should
maybe
have
like
one.
20 silver, a couple of gold. You can't really tell because it's a pile, but
How many people are playing?
There's 3 people in the pot right now.
Okay. I'll walk over,
Uh-huh.
throw 10 pieces of gold in the middle,
Ho ho, big spender.
and then pull a table,
Pull a
chair
table.
from pull a whole table from the other chair, and sit down on it
Done.
at the table.
I start down.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
As you throw, when you throw a 10,
The middle of the table.
I visually count it and add to my bet to make it 10.
I'll pull up the table as well.
All right.
So as quickly as if I had already bet.
But you can notice he doesn't have much swagger.
Mm-hmm.
It's very and kind of calmly, like sits in.
Like fluid.
Yes, it's like he's not like, all right, let's play. It's kind of like counting.
All right, here's the game.
Very awkwardly.
We're rolling
there.
D6s, 3 of them at a time. You get points for having the highest amount on the table, and if you can get a roll that nobody else has the numbers in, you get extra.
Need more D6.
I don't. I just need to grab the one out of there. I don't want that
I'm
one.
gonna take out 10 gold.
So say if I rolled a 18 with 3 6s, I would want neither of you guys to roll a 6.
Need my verse done.
Are there extra dice at the table?
No, they all have like their own cup. It's like the thing where you like roll it in the cup, flip the cup.
Are there people like around that are like waiting, like watching?
Not yet, but
Mordecai's
later
watching
on
from-
in the evening.
Are you kind of panicking?
I'm just like,
I'm under the table. I'll stick my hand toward you, and I'll drop like 3 dice into your hand.
I want to see if they're rigged.
Okay.
If you can.
If I can.
Okay.
Investigation.
And
Well,
in
while
what,
this is going on, I finish
like
my
in a
fourth
good way or
cracker,
bad
and
way as well. Like,
Just looks still like a
9.
left.
Does it seem like normal dice?
Roll 3. And you want to see who's got the highest.
Very
It's all out in the open.
bland. Probably.
11.
12.
9.
Wash it down.
What?
I get the pot, right?
Whole pot?
Whole
Not the
pot
whole
comes
pot.
to me.
Not the whole pot.
What do I get?
What you bet. So you bet in,
So I get my 10 back.
you get your 10 back, and then 10 from everybody else.
Everybody. So he bet 10. I get 10 from you.
Mhm.
20.
Well, there's 2 other people, right?
There's 3 people at the table. There's only 1 playing at the moment.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
They were playing, but then you guys showed up and took their spot, so they only have 3 people playing at a time because I can't roll for 8 people. at a
I'll
mo-
put
moment.
10 back in.
Okay.
I'll match.
So match.
Seven.
12.
17.
Ooh. This isn't the kind of dice game I was looking for. Gambling game was what I'm hoping for.
Okay, what are you hoping for?
One I could bluff on.
I want.
Because I got high charisma.
I'm not looking at your cards.
Nice.
What? Everybody else is open on the table.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Or is it? Or are we under the cups?
You're under the cup. I said it's like the thing where you flip the cup.
Oh, well then
Oh,
I
alright.
want to say
Is this how we
18.
like call it bluff?
You can, yeah, if you think they're lying.
Is it a bluff
Can we
game or
lie?
not?
Okay, do we?
I mean, any of them can be bluff games. It's kind of just who you play with.
Another 10 in.
Same.
Same.
Alright, I have a game question.
Mhm.
For Mage Hand, it says spectral floating hand appears at a point you choose within range. Can I say that's invisible, or is that
I think
visible?
I think it's visible. Yeah.
I think
Okay.
some there's some things that actually make it able to be invisible. Like certain
Yeah.
ways you can get to be invisible. I don't think that's an option originally.
Is Mordecai still drinking?
He's pretty much eaten 2 meals and 3 rounds of 3 meals worth of drinks.
Is he drunk?
Is he drunk?
Yeah.
I saved his constitution saves. No.
Invisible, I tried to
He's
flip your
fine.
dice to
Mhm.
make it what you want.
He's slowed down. He's now kind of
So
on
I
his
will say,
last
if you
lunch,
are
just kinda-
bluffing, if you get called out on a bluff, and you are bluffing, you automatically lose. If you get called out on a bluff and you are telling the truth, they automatically lose.
Okay. Before I announce what I have,
Mhm.
I want to talk to the soldier.
Mhm.
So I heard there was rumor of pirates.
Oh, yeah. We had a couple of issues with them. Oh no. Well, I came across them on my trip down here from the Eirdehvail a few months ago. I know that they've been moving around. Right now they're over around the other side of Kuth. They come and they go. They kind of, it's really hard to keep track of.
They seem to be after a specific thing.
Not really, just kind of, if you have stuff of value, they'll come after you.
Crazy.
We haven't really been able to capture them or catch them or anything, which is interesting, but, not a lot of the travel ships are made to handle pirates, or made to handle, natural issues. We haven't really had a lot of pirates. Not many people go about with the thieving, especially on the airships, but
And as I'm talking to him, I want to slightly try to knock one of my die.
okay.
Can I re-roll one of my die?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Make a sleight of hand bow with advantage because he's distracted and drunk.
That is 13.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
He noticed you kind of readjust, but doesn't really think anything of it.
18 perception. Well, 22 perception.
So it's up to you if you want to.
I will announce that I have a 15 on my dice.
9.
15.
Plain dice.
Alright, you guys.
Split the pot. We each get
Split the
5
pot.
from you.
So,
So 15 back.
Mm-hmm.
Can I raise the bet after we roll? Or is it set? Or is there no intermediary betting?
You can raise the bet.
Oh, there's another round.
Alright,
for one more.
I'll go one more.
Another 10.
Yeah, alright, I'll do a 10.
Alright. I want to raise the bet in a way that makes it feel like I'm really confident about this
Okay.
roll. Kind of like a deception check, too.
Yeah.
Can I roll against it?
Yeah, you.
Insight.
Insight, It is 17 deception.
Okay.
But you wouldn't know that's a deception.
Nope.
Neither would you, honestly. Unless you. How high is your insight?
19.
Oh, he would know.
It kind of seems a little
I could
weird.
guess you're bluffing.
Yeah, there's a little bit of so probably. I want to raise it by another 5 gold.
No, raise it for 5.
Same.
Okay.
Alright.
So, you took into account my deception there?
Mm-hmm.
14.
15.
14.
I'll be taking that extra pot then.
You had
15.
Can I see if he's lying?
Sure. Make a.
wait.
See if
Does he not show his dice?
Can I see if he's trying to like?
He shows you his dice if you call him out.
Wait, we're not showing dice at all.
No, it's under your. It's,
Everything's under the cups.
Yeah, it's under your cups. You see what your thing is. Say what your number is. But if you get called out for bluff, you lose immediately.
Okay.
That's why you gotta roll like a good deception or sleight of hand.
Okay.
Yeah. Roll an insight to his. You don't know whether it's deception or
7.
19.
That's really low.
I actually would. Well, can I call it out after? Well, yeah, I would call him out no matter what.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing to lose here. If
Yeah,
you
there
lost.
wasn't to lose,
Mhm.
so I'll call him
Prove
out.
it.
See your dice.
He holds up a 15. Alright, I'm good for the night. And he takes it back. What you missed was a sleight of hand check.
Right. All right. Nice talking to you.
Nice
I'll
talking.
reach out for a handshake.
We didn't have to. There was no. My passive perception is a 14. That was a waste of time.
You got some money.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you lost it all?
I made no money.
Aw.
I lost everything.
Everything?
All my daddy's gold.
Oh no.
No, I still got some.
Dad, I lost Barb.
I lost
I
the
love
bars.
Alright.
Nice.
Is there anything else anybody wants to do tonight?
Wanna go?
Mordecai's just been sitting there, kind of watching the table,
Uh-huh. Occasionally drifting.
but not really paying attention to what's being said or done. Just kind of like more so keeping an eye on where they're going.
Mm-hmm.
Which they're not really going anywhere.
Okay.
And he's still just kind of at this point just drinking ale,
Uh-huh.
but not like just like a.
The Kenku waitress would keep bringing you, just like sneaking you like very subtle treats, like half of a little cake, you know, like something that definitely someone else ate like half of, or like, you know, half a little pie or something like that.
After a little bit back.
Yeah. She starts bagging it up in a little handkerchief.
It's like dinner time now?
Mm-hmm. It's like the full dinner rush.
Cool.
As
I'll go back to the
at the table, I'll
Mm-hmm.
slide the dice.
Tula, leave it be.
Thanks.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, whatever.
Do I see you slide the dice back to him?
Probably.
Do you do it sneakily?
Not
Do you see you do it?
not like on top of the table, but like kind of just like. You know, I'm not trying to hide it from you guys necessarily, but I don't want to like announce it.
Where do you put it?
Where'd I put them? Back in my dice pouch and I took it on my belt.
On set. Good, because I'm sitting on that side. I'm not probably I sit next to you, so
I was somewhere I
It's
could
like-
get out of the booth for you.
nobody's looking to step underneath the table.
This is my end, this is my end, this is my end, this is my
Literally see all people's belts.
Not much.
Some weapons.
Coin pouch and the dice.
You see a dice pouch. Look over.
Excuse me.
Don't kick Tula. Oh, she didn't. Never mind. She's fine.
Oh, hey. No, you don't want anything? Hmm? There's something in that, huh?
I would like to go
Huh?
and purchase some better clothes because mine are kind of worn out.
Okay. There is some shops along the strip.
Buy something. Like
Is there a weapon shop?
No, not at the
translation. Are you prepared to sell us weapons?
moment. No, I'm trying to wrap it up because one is like on my
So
thing.
Maybe there is one. But we can't
So
go
maybe
there.
find
Will
maybe
there be a weapon shop next session?
yes. You are able to find a shop that has some clothes. If you would like to shop tomorrow.
Similar robes to what I have,
Mm-hmm.
just a little nicer looking.
Yeah, as
So I
being
have
an
money
Eirdehvail,
now.
they're very easy to find you robes that.
This is where I would get what I have, probably.
Yeah.
This area.
Okay. And yeah, you're able to find some clothes. It's going to cost you about like 10 gold
That's a lot of money for clothes.
for a full outfit.
But I'll pay it.
I'm looking just for a big jacket. Like,
Big jacket.
yeah.
You come with me?
Does
Yeah.
it, does it need to be waterproof?
Ideally, that'd be nice. Inside
it-
and out.
It's like, it's like the ankle.
Not breathable
Yes,
at all.
Oh,
Keep all that moisture.
Full
in.
leather.
oh that
Yeah,
sounds so
exactly.
gross.
It's like that
Like
suit from
long,
Dune.
flowing
Uh-huh.
clothes.
Recycled
clothes,
all
but-
moisture.
Ugh. You're able to find like a big jacket that looks like it probably was for a dragonborn. It's waterproof on the outside, not waterproof on the inside.
Okay.
But
I want to make sure that it's like nice looking. It's not
Yeah.
shabby.
no, it's a good, whatever color you want.
It's brown.
It's a good brown coat.
Good brown.
Good brown
It's
coat.
a brown on the
Got some
inside.
nice buttons on the side.
Yeah.
Little pop collar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Brown on the inside.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wrigley would look for like a
Brown.
tobacco
Okay.
shop for his pipe.
Okay.
Not worry about it. Yeah, I'm just.
You'd
not
find like
a-
an apothecary that would carry
Good.
like a couple different types of tobacco. Your coat's gonna be like 5 gold.
Got it.
You could find some tobacco for like 2 silver.
Well, I'm not
Okay.
drinking any more of that.
Oh,
You just stick your face into that.
did she lick your water bottle?
She licked my straw.
Oh, it's because she likes you. Yeah.
I'll wait
Okay.
until next time, but I want to buy a flask.
Okay. Find that at the apothecaries. That's where we're gonna end tonight because I am.
Maybe the tavern has souvenir flasks.
Oh, sure. Yep.
Yes!
It's got a little like bird carved on it.
I don't want that one.
Okay. You got it carved on it.
I want the wind swoosh.
Sure.
Replace the one I lost. No one knows about.
Oh.
I just made up right now.
So we're gonna end tonight. See y'all next week.
Yes, next week.
We end